Welcome to my class. I am Iqbal Hussain Ahmed, Assistant Professor at Teaching Learning Center, Tezpur University. Today, we shall discuss about screencasting for e-learning. After attending this session, you will be able to understand the concept of screencasting, to know about different screencasting tools and their features, to use screencasting for creating e-learning materials. This session will be followed by tutorials on few screencasting software. The current global crisis due to COVID-19 has reinforced the demand for online learning. E-learning and online learning require e-resources. Screencasting is one of the most popular tools for creating e-resources. However, many e-resources are already available online in different platforms created by UGC, MSRD, etc. in India. There are thousands of e-resources available in YouTube also. But every teacher has a specific need for her class. Screencasting caters to the specific needs of a teacher. A teacher can create e-resources suitable for the course she is offering. Now, what is screencasting? The word screencasting was coined by John Udall in 2004 in the blog InfoWorld. It was based on the suggestions made by his blog followers. Simply speaking, screencasting is a digital video recording of a computer screen along with oral instruction of the teachers or presenter. In this process, PowerPoint slide, picture, internet sources, YouTube video, music, voiceover, etc., whichever is played and displayed in the screen can be part of the recording. Now, let's check the basic features of screencasting. This is a recording of the activities on a computer screen. It could be a recording of a live presentation for the absentees, or it could be pre-recorded for specific viewers. It includes audio narration or instruction or both. One can add video of the narrating person using webcam to give personal touch. One can make it more effective by using music, graphics, showing internet sources, YouTube video, etc. The final product is a video file. This video can be shared online with viewers. Let's see some common uses. It can be used to create training tutorial for installation and use of new software or orientations to new products. It can be used for internal training of the interns. Screencasting can be used for teaching, e-learning, online learning, etc. Viewers can give feedback on software, game, class, whichever is relevant to them. Some screencasting softwares can be used for webinars or web seminars. Now, let us focus on use of screencasting for teaching. By using screencasting, teachers can create content for online class, flipped classroom, blended learning, etc. Teachers can also give feedback on student performance, questions, etc. Learners, on the other hand, can submit presentation, assignments, etc. as screencasting video, or they can give feedback on learning materials provided by teachers. Important advantages: different multimedia items can be included in a planned manner for effective presentation. There is no tight schedule like a regular class. Learners can be allowed to access the video according to their convenience. The learning pace is also flexible because a video can be paused and resumed and replayed, so it is good for slow learners as well. The basic requirements or necessary equipments that you need for screencasting are a computer, which could be either desktop or a laptop computer. Operating system could be Windows, Mac, or Linux. You need external microphone if you are using desktop, because a laptop usually has an inbuilt microphone. You need a screencasting software of your choice. you need PowerPoint slide, other learning materials ready at desktop. If you want to show yourself, then you need a webcam, and if you want to edit the video according to your choice, you need a video editing software. The task is quite simple. You just need to prepare content as you do it for normal presentation, then just record it with a software in your computer. Finally, you share it online to different content sharing platforms like YouTube, Google Drive, etc. Now, let's talk about different screencasting softwares. As screencasting is getting popular, dozens of software are being developed. Many are highly priced with very interesting editing features. However, I shall mention only few which are completely free or free with less but useful features. These are iSpring FreeCam, Screencast-O-Matic, Cam Studio, ShareX, Presentation Tube, OBS Studio. Please note that there are dozens of such softwares available, only few are actually free. I shall mention some features of this software. iSpring FreeCam, it is completely free. You can record full screen or customized screen, audio from microphones or system audio, or both can be recorded. Mouse pointer movement can be recorded and highlighted. You can cut and trim the video. There is no watermark or time limit. It can be shared directly on YouTube or saved to PC. However, it has certain limitations. For example, there is no webcam recording and video can be saved only in WMV format. Screencast-O-Matic. This is very easy to use. You can record full screen or customized screen along with webcam. You can record audio from microphone, but system audio recording is available in premium version only. It supports web-based recording without any installation. Limited video editing option in free version is a problem. However, closed caption can be added. In the free version, there is watermark and 15-minute limitation per session. Video can be shared directly on YouTube or saved to computer storage. Cam Studio, this is also completely free. Here also you can record full screen or customized screen. You can record audio from microphone or speaker. You can record and highlight mouse pointer. There is no watermark or time limit. Video can be saved to PC in different formats. This tool, however, has certain problems. For example, I found it difficult to work in slideshow mode. It also lacks of video editing facility. Thirdly, you can't record from webcam. Let's move to ShareX. ShareX also records in full screen mode. It incorporates hotkeys for easier and quicker navigation. Scrolling plus capture is also available. It supports many URL sharing services. It allows custom watermarks and color effects. It also has a video converter. However, this software is very complicated for the average user. Manual selection of different actions required. Also, there is no webcam recording. Next, we explore Presentation Tube. It has a free version for personal use and education. This also records in full screen along with microphone sound. Here, you can easily switch between webcam and slide. There is an internal browser for adding web and YouTube content. It allows drawing and writing for illustration. The free version has certain limitations though. There is no video editor and video can be saved only in ASF format, and it can be uploaded to Presentation Tube channel only. Finally, I shall mention about OBS Studio, which is one of the most advanced screencasting software which is free. It has many advanced features which needs to be manually configured. It gives choice of source. Multiple sources can be added which includes screen, webcam, video, audio narration, images, etc. There is an option to choose between multiple scenes. There is also an option of live streaming. This software seems very good, but its user interface is very complex. Only advanced ICT learners may try it for now. At the end, we can say that screencasting is the easiest and yet very effective way to develop e-content for online courses or any other e-learning system. You are requested to explore the mentioned software. You may also try paid software or premium version, but we can certainly develop effective e-content by using the free software mentioned here. This session is followed by tutorials on Screencast-O-Matic and FreeCam. I have chosen this because these two have very simple user interface. These are easy to operate and yet very powerful tool for screencasting. The references are given below. If you want to explore further and read further, you can use these references. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the tutorial on Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic is one of the software that can be used for creating screencasting videos. Let's go to the website from where we can download the software. So here is the website link. You can use the URL to find it, or you can simply search it in Google by using the keyword Screencast-O-Matic. So this is the website where you have to go. So this page shows you different options. Here there is an option called start recording for free or try our video editor. If you click this, it will take you to the something called launch free recorder. This is a web recorder. That means if you want to record videos, you don't need to install the software. You can record by simply using this software. But I would ask you to download the offline version so that you can install it in your computer and use it whenever you like, because the web version can be interrupted by internet issues. The offline version can be found at the bottom of this page. Just scroll down. So here, download screen recorder. So you can download from here and install it. I'm not going to install it again as I have installed the software. Installation is very easy. So let's go to the software. So you see the software is installed here, Screencast-O-Matic. Now I will open it. Always start as run administrator by right click, because that will give it more access to the resources of the computer. You have to say yes. Wait for a few seconds. Depending on the processing power of the computer, the software will open shortly. So once you open the Screencast-O-Matic software, it will look like this, and everything within this frame will be recorded. Now you see there are three options. One is called screen, one is called webcam, one is both. So right now it is in the screen mode. That means everything within this frame on your screen will be recorded. But if you want to show webcam, for example, then you can switch it here. So this is bringing the webcam, but you have to set it up for the first time use, or it will come automatically depending on your setup. So this is the webcam. Now if you want to go back and set up again, you click here, and you can use both options by clicking it here. So you see the screen is there, the entire screen is there, and the webcam is also here, and you can reposition this video anywhere you want. by simply dragging it this way. You can keep it in any convenient place wherever you find it is suitable. And if you want to go back to the screen only mode, here you click it. So we are now in a screen only mode, and I will show the demonstration with the screen only mode. Now you see there are the next option is maximum time, which is none, because this is a purchased version. But if you use the free version, it will show as 15 minutes only. But 15 minutes is sufficient for a screencasting video, because the ideal time according to educationist for such video is 15 to 20 minutes. Next, you can choose the resolution of the video. If you want a low resolution video, you can click here 480 pixel or 720 pixel or even lesser, or you can record the entire active window, or you can record the full screen, whichever you like. Next, you have to see whether your narration or audio is accepted by the video or not. This here, if it is blinking in this way, then that means it is receiving the audio signal. And if it is not accepting, then you simply click here and set up the microphone whichever is available in your computer. Then it will go back. Then computer audio option is there, because this is a purchased version. If you use a free version, then it will not record the computer audio. So these are the preferences and setup. Now, how to record it? The simple option is here is to record using this record button. Once you click it, it will start recording within a few seconds. Now whatever you do within this frame will be recorded. And if you use a PPT, for example, you can open the PPT. So the PPT is here. I would like to advise you to use PPT in slideshow mode only, because if you don't use slideshow mode, then this edit options will be there, or this sidebars will be there, which can be a distraction. So you have to start slideshow this mode. Now you see the entire screen is showing only the content that you want to show, and by using the arrow key in your computer, you can go to the next screen. And if you want to highlight certain part of this presentation, anything that you like, you can go here and use the laser pointer, you see. So you can highlight any certain things. And if you want to give a note or circle certain part, then also you can use from here. You see the pen option is there, highlighter option is there. You can use the pen. Now you can highlight a particular, you can circle this and circle a word, or you can also write something. Okay, so I'm using the mouse, so it is not coming well. If you use a input option like a bamboo tablet or something like that, that can be used with stylus pen, etc. for writing notes, you can use that. Otherwise you can simply use this pointer for highlighting any text in the presentation. Okay, so let's end this show and go back to the recording process. You see the recording is still going on. The recording is still going on in our software. It is going on and it is showing 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Now suppose you need to take a break, there is some problem, you can simply pause it by clicking here, and if you want to resume, then again you can start from where you left by simply clicking again. It will give you 3 seconds. Now suppose while you are recording, you have realized that certain parts of the recording was not okay. So what to do? You just simply stop it or pause it. Then here you can click the last parts, and now this part is highlighted. This highlighted part is in gray and the remaining part is in light blue. This highlighted part in gray can be removed by simply using this button, and then it will again start from the previous option point, and in this way you can carry on recording as long as you want. Though there is a 15 minutes limit, you can use this software again and again. So if you want to make, for example, 30 minutes video or 45 minutes video, you can make videos in parts, for example 2 parts or 3 parts, and those you can keep it in single file using a video editor later on. So let's stop this recording here. Now we are saying that it is done. Now there are 3 options: quick share, edit video, and save upload. In edit video you can cut certain parts, but the edit option is not much in the free version, so we are not going to show that. Here we are going to show how to save or upload it. So you have to click it here. So this is the option to Screencast-O-Matic, or you can save the video file to your computer. So let's save it in a computer. So while saving the computer, you have to give a file name. Here it is showing as recording 17. Instead you can give a name, my video. Then you have to browse for the folder, because it will usually save in the Screencast-O-Matic folder, but if you want to keep it in desktop, then you can go here and say OK. Now in order to highlight the cursor, this option is there. The movement of your cursor can be kept, so you can keep it this way, highlight the cursor, and if you want to hide it, the movement of cursor, you can say no cursor, or you can just simply keep the cursor without highlighting. So I will keep it no cursor. So quality is normal, you can keep it high also. Now let's publish it. Publishing means publishing in the desktop, it will be saved in the desktop. So it is showing. Now while it will take few seconds or minutes depending on the size of the video to save, let's discuss about certain problems. For example, in some cases this may give some problem. For example, it will show that there is an antivirus error or something like that while saving the video. In that case, you have to disable the antivirus for a few seconds or half an hour whenever you are recording. Sometimes you need to do is that connect your computer to the internet so that the Screencast-O-Matic updates itself, and then it can save also. So you have to keep an open mind and try different options. So this is a learning process. You will be learning while using. Okay, so this is the saved video. The video is saved here, and now we can also play it and see if it is working or not. Recording within a few seconds. Okay. Now, whatever do so this is done. Will be recorded. Okay. Now I think you have all learned how to record your videos in using the Screencast-O-Matic software. This is one of the easiest software that can be used for screencasting, and screencasting is, as you know, is the best method for creating e-resources, because here you can include all the materials that you want to share with your students with your own voice narration or your own guidance, and also you can use your own video so that a personal touch can be given to your presentation. So I request you all to try this software and let me know if there is any problem. I'll be there to help you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the tutorial on FreeCam. FreeCam is a software created by iSpring Solutions that can be used for creating videos in screencasting method. So let's go to the website. You can Google it or you can type this URL in your browser. So this search option will be here. If the website is not accessible, you can download from other sources also. For example, download.cnet.com or this one, ispringfreecam.softonic.com, whichever it is. So you have to download the free version and you have to install it. Since I have already installed it, I'm not going through the process. It is a simple process. You have to just download the file and click it and follow the instruction to install. Now I will show how to use it. So this is the FreeCam software. Let's open it. Always run it as administrator to give it more access to the resources. So there are two options. Your recent recordings are saved here in the folder that can be opened again and edit if you need to do. And for fresh recording, you have to click new recording. So this is the screen size, which can be increased by pulling here. So everything within this frame will be recorded, and you can place the frame anywhere as per your requirement. So if you want full screen, you can go and see there is option to choose the video size. Full screen, select area, select applications. If you select application, then your activities related to that application will be recorded, and the video resolution can be 16:9 or 4:3, whichever ratio that you like. Then you have to see whether the system is receiving audio signal or not. If this microphone is showing green signal, that means it is receiving audio signal. There are other settings that you can see and use whichever is required. So if you want to use shortcuts for using this software, these are the softwares. This software can be also changed by clicking that particular key, but I won't suggest that because that can conflict with your normal activities of using the key. So you can keep this way or you can operate it manually. Now you see there are two options in this free version also, microphone and record system audio, which was not available in free version of Screencast-O-Matic. So here if it is already blinking, then no problem. If it is not blinking, that means not receiving signal, then you have to set up the microphone from here, and whichever microphone set is there, if you are using a headset, that can be also set up here. So this is okay. Then in the advanced option you can see these options are there, whether you want to show the mouse cursor, whether you want to highlight the mouse cursor, or whether you enable to the clicking sounds of the mouse. These things can be added. So we have to say okay. Now this is ready. So depending on the requirement, you can drag the frame and resize it, and when you are ready, you can start recording. But suppose you want to record a presentation, so you have to first open the presentation. So as I told before, you have to use full screen mode of the slideshow so that the unnecessary elements are not recorded here. So you have to put the slideshow mode here, slideshow from beginning. Now all the things are disappearing, which is not necessary. Now you can again resize the frame according to your requirement, and you can avoid unnecessary parts of the screen. And again you can just use the arrow key of your computer to go to the next screen. And here also, in order to use pointer, you can just right click here and use the laser pointer to point out if anything is required. Or if you want to annotate, you can choose the pen from here, pen, then you can annotate. You can encircle a particular word or sentence to highlight it, or you can write something. This is okay, whatever is required, you can use those. So this is the simple process in which you can record videos using FreeCam. So let's give a demonstration by clicking here. This is the button to start recording. So in 3 seconds it will start recording. So anything now you do within this framework will be recorded, and it will also record the audio of the computer. That means if you are playing a video file, that will also be recorded. If you are using a audio file, playing audio file, MP3 file, so music, if it is required, if you play that, that will be also recorded. And at the same time, whatever you are narrating or explaining, that will also be recorded. So this way you can keep continue recording, and when you are finished, you can finish it. If you want to take a break, you can pause and then you can start again. So this way it will continue. Once it is finished, you have to click done. You see, the only problem with this free software is that there is no webcam. Still, if you want, you can use your computer's webcam on one side of the computer, opening it, but it looks quite ugly because the frame of the webcam will be there. So I would suggest you to use webcam here. If you want to use webcam, I think you can use Screencast-O-Matic or any other software. Now you see there is an edit option here. Here there is edit option. You can remove noise, or you can cut out a particular part of a video that you want to remove. So how to remove a particular area of a video? Suppose you know that this particular area of a video is not okay, so you can zoom this selection and play it again and again and see which part is not okay. Then you then you stop the playing, then select this area and right click and delete. So this part will be deleted. So that way you can remove all the unnecessary parts of this video, and finally your video will be okay. And if you think there is certain noise that you need to remove, then you have to click this, okay, and in the selected area, the kind of sound that is there in the selected area, similar sound will be flattened so that you make a very good video without noise. So suppose this is the noise area, so you select it and remove noise. So this one is saying that it is a short area, so we have to select a larger area. So this is the larger area. So this kind of sound will be removed if you now click here. So this whole thing will be applied in the entire recording, and it will flatten that kind of sound. It will not completely remove it, but it will flatten so that it is still useful. So removing of noise is complete now. Editing is complete now. So let's go back and save this file. The editing is saved now. So the video is ready. Now you need to save the video. You can directly upload it in YouTube, but that won't be a good idea because you still may need to edit the video later or not review the video. So first you have to save it. So you can give any name to this file. This is a very simple software. You can see that there is no further options. You have to just give a name, any name that you want. So I'm giving it FreeCam 1, FreeCam 1 IHA. That's my initials of my name. So I'm using this and then saving it. This will be saved in WMB format only. You have to remember that there is no other option. WMB format is okay because you can upload it in YouTube also, or you can easily play it in most of the devices that you use. So this way you can, if you are not interested in using webcam, so this is the best and simplest solution for creating e-resources in the screencasting mode. Besides using your slides, you can also use websites, YouTube videos, or any other resources that is required for creating this tutorial. Since this software records internal audio, everything that you play in your computer can be also recorded, and you can have a very good presentation in multimedia format that can be shared online with your students later on. Thank you.
A webcam for which you need a particular software, and you can use that as a tool for different kind of software. For example, if you use a Skype, if you use Google Chat, for all these things you need a webcam. So the webcam is a hardware which is linked to the system of your computer and other softwares. FreeCam is a software that is designed for screen recording. Okay, so that is the difference. But if you need your video presentation in a screencasting, then you will need a webcam, because only webcam can capture your video. Okay, so that is the difference between FreeCam and webcam. Amit Kumar Pradhan, in Screencast-O-Matic there is a lot of noise, and in FreeCam I got the same, but even after removing noise the voice gets very disturbed. How to solve it? So this noise can be due to several issues. For example, if the microphone is not good, okay, your laptop microphone may not be of good quality. So you can try your smartphone's headphone, because the smartphones come with good quality headphones. So you can check that. Also, you have to see that where you are putting the microphone. If it is very close to your mouth, it will create noise, and if it is very far away from your mouth, then also there will be less sound. And also sometimes while you will be recording on laptop, if it is an old laptop, there might be a problem due to electric charge, because when you are putting it on charge, the charger is plugged in, then there will be some noise, continuous noise. So you have to check all these things before starting the recording. So you have to, for example, I think now you can clearly hear my voice. This is because I am using a webcam. So webcam has a better sound quality. So that kind of minimum hardware we need to create good quality videos. So alternatively, you can use your mobile camera also, but as a webcam. But that is a difficult process. if someone is interested, you can contact me. I'll show how you can use a smartphone as a webcam, because that will improve the video quality as well as audio quality. So there is a question: is it perfectly visible, the video, if we reduce resolution to minimize the size of the file? So again, the video quality depends on the camera quality of the camera. So if you are using a good quality camera, the video quality will be good, and also the size and position of the video. Okay, so if you make a very low resolution video, the quality will be definitely very low. So in case of, for example, if the aspect ratio is 4:3 and the resolution is 120 by 200 something, then the quality is very poor. So I think if you are sharing it using YouTube channel, then you don't need to think about the video size or video resolution, because YouTube will automatically optimize the video for the viewer. If someone is watching from desktop, that person can watch 720 pixel size resolution, and if someone is watching the mobile phone with low bandwidth, that person can watch it in a 120 pixel resolution, 144, that is usually standard 144. So I would recommend sharing your video, make it unlisted, so that only the students with the link can watch the video, not everyone else. Okay. So Vishwajit Shoikia has asked what is the best screencast software for my point of view. So I will simply say that I love FreeCam because the editing option is excellent. You can even you can zoom while you will be editing. I think you have seen in the video. So it will show a timeline where you can zoom into a particular moment. For example, 5 to 10 seconds you can zoom, and you can remove even a single little noise. Even, for example, while you are speaking, there is a small hiccup and there is very little sound. You can zoom into it and remove that little part. And also the software is very simple to operate. And secondly, it can record both computer audio and external microphone sound. So that is why I find FreeCam very best. Also, in case of Screencast-O-Matic, you will see that there is some problem with antivirus, and sometimes it will take you forcefully to the website and you have to log in again. This type of things are there. But in case of FreeCam, there is no such disturbance. So that is why I find FreeCam. But I am not asking you to buy the pro version. The free version is sufficient because there is no time limit. Also, in case of learning videos, the time limit, ideal time for educationist is 10 to 15 minutes. So you can use any free software because time is not a problem. Amit Kumar Pradhan has asked me to give a demo of using mobile as webcam. So that is a time-consuming process, and that is also not for everyone. So I think I asked him. I asked you to contact me over email. I will give a demo and share it with you. Okay, and if everyone wants, I can share it in the classroom tomorrow for those who are interested. Okay. So there is an interesting question from Pankaj Sonari, why you should use screencasting as a online learning system. So method of online teaching. So one is live class, that is now going on the live interaction, and I think one of in last 2 days some sessions were live. So the problem is that in case of live sessions, if the internet is not stable, and if you don't have a good device to get good speed of internet, then it could be a problem. And also it happens that it might be very difficult to recollect everything while presenting in a live mode, and there might be some mistake. Secondly, online classes are known for its flexibility. That means a student who is living at home may not be immediately attend the class, but if the class is already recorded and there, then the student can watch it according to his own convenience. So this type of things, this type of issues are resolved if you use screencasting method, because the video will be pre-recorded and you can add all the contents that you want to share with your students. For example, if you want to refer to a website while during your presentation, you can immediately show that. Okay, if you want to play a particular video from another source, you can show that. And also you can embed questions in the video itself so that a student can go through it. And a slow learner, for example, can take his time, his time to slowly go through the video, pause it, then replay it, and that way learn in a better manner. So that is why I think screencasting is a better alternative, because it can be also shared with other students in a WhatsApp or any kind of media, and it can be watched later on. And then students can also give feedback to you using screencasting method, because they can review your study material and how much they have understood. They can give the feedback as a screencasting video. So in different ways, it is better than online method. So which software is best to reduce the size of file for sharing in WhatsApp? This is a question from Shahid Ahmed. So I have used different software, and now in last 2 years, and I found that any video converter is the best, because it is free and it does not comes with any advertisement or any such unnecessary things, and also it has lots of options. As I have shown in the demonstration, you can convert the video for even TV format that is accepted in popular TVs, whether it is Samsung TV or LG TV or whatever. So all those formats are there, and it takes very little time. If you have a good computer, it will take 2 or 3 minutes just to reduce the size of the video. And also you can customize the size of the video. You can customize the resolution of the video by simply using the any video converter, the free version of the converter. You don't need to purchase. There are many other converters also there, but you will have to either purchase, or there will be the interface. User interface will be very difficult. You will not be able to understand. Here you can simply drag or add the file and choose which option you want, which size of the video you want, or what kind of format you want, and you click it and it will do it automatically. There is no issue, and the license will be always there. It is not going to change, and there is no watermark. In case of some free software, they will be using big watermarks in the video, which looks ugly. Even in case of Screencast-O-Matic, if you use Screencast-O-Matic free version, it will show a watermark on the left corner, but FreeCam is not showing any watermark. Okay, so while editing this, I think this software is the best. So Abhijit Kos has asked what is the best file format for sharing it in mobile phones. The best format is for video is MP4. Even if it is big size, it will be played in any device, whether it is your computer, smartphone, or TV. MP4 is the most general format. So you can convert your video into MP4. Sadiqur Rahman also asked the similar question. File conversion from WMV to MP4. The same file, software that I have used, you can use any video converter. I have also given you the link. You can download the free version, and WMV can be converted to MP4, MPEG, AVI, or any kind of format that you want. Sadiqur Rahman has also asked if there is a voice lag in the output file, what to do. So usually, if there is any kind of error in the video, usually you have to remove that part, because we don't have a very good audio editing software. All these softwares don't have very high quality audio editing software. In case of FreeCam, there is one audio editing software, but that is also not very good. So in such problem, you have to just redo the video in such a way that there is no such lag. In case of online, while sharing online, there will be lag due to network problem. Okay, but otherwise there is no such problem if you use FreeCam. In some cases, what happens that if your system is very poor, the computer system is not good, hardware is not good, or the graphics is not good, then also there will be audio lag. Okay, sometimes there will be video lag also. So you have to make sure that those things are okay. Usually there is no such problem if you are using FreeCam, because this is it uses the existing capacity of the graphics, and it gives good quality video with good quality audio. So Mohammad Delwar Alam Khan to everyone. Okay, whether QR code is unique in nature. Suppose for a single URL, two QR code is being generated by two persons, whether both will be same or different. No, it will be same, because the QR code is converting the text or content that you are giving. So if the content is same, the output will be always same. Okay, so you cannot make a unique kind of code that is, for example, I am referring to Tezpur University website using the URL of Tezpur University. So you cannot have two different QR code, because the generator will convert the same thing with same kind of dots and bits, and it will be similar. Amit Kumar Pradhan has asked, how significant is QR file as compared to normal PDF file or web page or a video file? Okay, so there is a difference between QR file and all the other files that we have reference. That PDF, web page, or video file. PDF, these are all resources. Okay, your PDF is a resource, video is a resource. QR code is a way of simplifying the sharing of the resources. For example, if you are printing about a certain topic, you have a book, for example, or you have a flyer, or you have a poster, all the things are printed, but you cannot share all the necessary details or references in the poster. So you want to give a reference to website or a web URL. So if you write in the printed thing, nobody can copy it. It will be always incorrect if it is a long URL. Okay, so there is a PDF in your Google Drive, and there is a long, this much of long, address of that PDF. Now you can convert that into a QR code and print it in the hard copy, or also in the soft copy it can be printed. So a student can simply open the mobile camera and scan it and access the PDF that is stored in your Google Drive. So that is the difference between QR code and other kind of things that you have mentioned, because those are resources. QR code is a simple way to redirect the student to those resources. Sultan Haidar Alam has asked an interesting question. What is the difference between screencasting and screencast-o-matic? This is interesting because in many cases, people get confused between screencasting and screencast-o-matic. Screencasting is a method of creating a resource, and screencast-o-matic is one of the software to apply this method. Okay, I think that's clear. Rajat Shaha has asked, can pen tablet be used in online teaching learning? If yes, kindly describe about it as many times it becomes necessary to derive mathematical relations, expression, etc. So if you use online classes whilst you'll be sharing your screen, you can use pen tablet. There is one popular called Bamboo tablet. You can use that also. So nowadays the computers are often comes with something called stylus pad, because of which you can integrate your pen tablet with the computer. So while you will be sharing your computer screen, then in the online class also you can use pen tablet and show the mathematical formulas. And in case of screencasting also, you can use pen tablet. There is something called annotation. So if this screencasting software allows annotation, for example, OBS allows annotation, and the premium version of screencast-o-matic also allows annotation. So in that case, you can use your pen tablet and draw on the page that you are using in the presentation, and you can write something, you can write formulas or whatever is required, you can write, and immediately that will be either recorded or presented in the classroom, or will be shared to the students. So in case of, there is a question from Sadikur Rahman, is there a software to insert subtitles to a video? So if you go to screencast-o-matic software, you'll say that there is a caption option. So using the caption option, you can give subtitle to your video. And also, if you are making a video in English, for example, then if you upload it in YouTube, the YouTube will automatically create subtitle for your video. But for other languages, you have to manually do it. But screencast-o-matic allows you to give subtitle. If while using the software, okay, if any problem arises, if there is any thing that you don't understand, you can immediately post it in the classroom under the post that I have created. So if you find any problem, you can contact me there, and I'll try to resolve all these problems related to creation of e-resources using screencast-o-matic. So the classroom will be open, I think, for some days or indefinitely, I think, and the videos will be also available for some days. After that, it will be taken down by TLC. So until that, you can watch the videos again and again. And if you find it difficult, you can just text me in the classroom. I'll try to help you. Haidar Sultan Haidar Alam wants to know more about FreeCam. I think you just need to go through the video again, and if you find any issue or any problem, then write to me. That will be more interesting. Okay, so in my video, I have shown that iSpring solution is the website of the FreeCam. The problem is that recently they have updated it, and now they are showing only the pro version. But they have a ancillary website. I have shared the link with you in the classroom. So there you can get the free version, and there is also link to the pro version. When you click the link for the pro version, then it will take you to the iSpring solution website. Okay, so there is no need to go to iSpring solutions. You can simply download it from the other website that I have mentioned. It is, I think, freescreenrecorder.com, something like that. So the free version is sufficient because there is no time limit, there is no watermark. Okay, so only problem is that it does not have a webcam, but webcam is not always required. And if you still want, you can use also webcam by simply using your default webcam software in the computer. For example, if you have a CyberLink webcam or your any other software that you are using for webcam, you can open that webcam in one side of the computer screen, and then you can use the entire screen for recording while using FreeCam, because FreeCam will be still recording that webcam as part of the screen. Okay, so it will look little different because the frames will be there, the name of the CyberLink webcam, for example, will be there. So it will not look that good, but still you can use that while using FreeCam. Okay. SM Rakibuzzaman has asked one query, that can screencasting be used as live session? So the two softwares that I've used, these don't have option for live streaming, but there is another software which is called OBS Studio, Open Broadcasting Software. That is also completely free, and it is an open source software. You can use that. There is a streaming option in that software, and nowadays some more softwares are being developed where you can use streaming option. So the screencasting can be immediately used in the live session. But I would suggest that if you want to go live, instead of using screencasting, you can use Zoom or WebEx, because that is better. It has more option to share the entire screen immediately, and there is no problem of recording and editing. All these things are there, because screencasting is only is best for pre-recording, because you will have to record it, then you have to review by yourself that if the contents are okay, if there is a mistake. Okay, so that is why screencasting is better pre-recorded. I think all the queries are answered. So I thank you all for participating in this session, and if you have learned something from these sessions, it will be my pleasure. And if you can use those for your students, if you can create e-resources for your students, it will be a real pleasure for me. And as I said earlier also, I'll be always there to help you with anything related to these topics. So I thank you all again, and I hand over the session to Dr. Monomita Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to everyone present here. On behalf of IQAC of Dr. RKB Law College, I express my deepest appreciation to you, sir, for your excellent guidance, support, and sincere effort as a resource person for today's session. Sir, your insights were precise and informative to our participants. We appreciate you as you patiently answer all the inquisitiveness of our participants and grace our session. I am also thankful to our participants present here for their cooperation, support throughout the entire day to make our today's session a successful one. Thank you everyone. Thank you, sir.